Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 20 of Create Above and Beyond, a Modpack by simibubi. So, let's get honest. Last episode didn't get so much done. There was just too many things going in my head, too many things I wanted to work on, and it just got really crazy. Now, wait a second, what's going on here? We've already gone through all the gunpowder and we have 6 stacks of TNT. Okay, good. Sorry. I couldn't really believe that. So in my time lapse, so in the last episode, we did this auto miner setup. And in my time lapse, I brought it from a 4x4 to a 8x8. So 64 miners. Now this is just coming back up very slowly. I'm going to have to make this a bit bigger. But then what else did we work on? So we did the TNT and we fixed the Iron Nuggies line. We fixed the crushing wheel line by adding the Gabbro. And we started the miner and we got the TNT. So those are the things we got done. Now I went into a big time lapse and I started digging this whole place up, and I made these lines to be able to bring these resources from back there to over here. And the idea was that in this chunk, I was going to set up the QES, Quantum Entangled Singularity. But that's also the chunk that I've decided to mine. So what we're going to do is we're unfortunately going to have to wait for this to come back up. And then once it's back up, we're going to move it to the next place, like right here, to grab the next 8. And then we're going to fill this level with one layer of glass, like this. Well, not glass. We'll put cobblestone or like some cobblestone panels. Then we'll just be able to start putting the QES setup right here. To be completely honest, I would have preferred it here, but I don't know what I want. I'm probably going to have to move it, but anyway. So while we're waiting for this, we need to go and prepare a couple of things. So this whole miner setup, we're going to cheat to move it. But when I say cheat, I mean cheat in a good way. Cheat in how you can utilize the mod packs abilities to do stuff. So first thing, we're going to get a minecart assembler. Minecart assembler? Oh, a cart assembler. Wow, okay. So we need a cart assembler. Then we're going to need a lever. Then we're going to need a cart and a rail. So I have a rail here. Don't know where I have a cart. I don't want to spend 5 minutes finding a cart. So you know what? Let's just make another cart quickly. Then we're going to need this tool, this, and my glue. Perfect. Let's go see if this has finished coming back up. Oh man, this is so slow. We're going to have to make it faster for the next one. Oh, and by the way, we're going to need to set up a space for the next cart. Yeah, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry. Yeah, okay. So I'm just waiting for this to come back up. We'll take this out. We'll move it right here. And we'll put, you know what? We'll move it right there. So this is going to be the rail. This is going to be the cart assembler. Okay, so when you're the cart assembler lets you assemble a minecart contraption. Okay, so what we're going to do is and you see like there's this green glue on it. So we're going to put the cart right here, and we're going to put a lever right here. And this is almost up to the level that I wanted. I wanted one extra level up, so let's just have it continue a little bit and stop. Perfect. Before we do anything else, I want to come and see what did we get. So we got 27 apatite, 12 crushed iron, we got crushed lead, Certus quartz, cinnabar, rune, and that's about it. So we didn't get quite as much, but that's okay. We're going to get some more later. So then I can go glue. And then glue. Nope, not you. Glue. And this. And then we can flip the switch. And now, if I go with my wrench, I can just go grab the whole cart. Voila, it's gone. Then we remove all of this, and then we're going to come back here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Move right here. We're going to go rail, cart assembler, lever, and put the cart there. And voila, it's moved to the new space. And then we can just destroy this. And voila, this is now moved. That's all we need. Oh, nope. That's all we needed to do to move the cart assembler. So now that this cart is moved and it's a contraption, fully accessible, fully working, then we can just come back here and we do need to move this. So maybe at some point I'll take some time to figure out a setup where I can make this also a cart. But for now, I'm just going to quickly move it right here. So we're going to go campfire and then this on, nope. Let me just grab that and perfect. Then we're going to need the lever right here. And you know what? I'm going to accelerate this. So let's just go, I'm going to need the rope pulley. You know what? I'm going to need to climb on this. How to make my life easier. Oh, those are my torches. Okay, so we're going to put this right above here. Great. Nope, it's not in line. Right above here. Yeah, perfect. Then we need the gear shift to do the reversal thing. With that, and then we need the vertical gearbox that I'm going to put this way. And then I'm going to accelerate all of this because I did a little bit of research, and the gear pulley uses 16 RPM, and this, so it powers this whole thing with only 16 RPM. This can go to 64. So I can double upgrade this. So we're going to grab some teeny gear and some big gear, and we're going to go big gear to small gear. And let's go and climb on top. It's going to make it easier. So this is going to go to big gear again, to small gear again. And then we just need, nope, not like this. Can I climb on top of this? Nope. I just want to put another tiny gear on top of this. Yeah, like so. And then we can just connect all of this. Perfect. We're going to retire all those tools and let's restart it and see how it goes. So this is creating 64K and this is using 64. So we can turn it back on and we can send it down to grab the contraption and start mining down. And this is now working much faster. Well, basically, I think it's working 2 times faster than it used to before. So we can just let that continue. And every time we're going to move the cart, unless you guys come up with a better solution and tell me, yo, xHedra, don't you know about so-and-so? Well, that's the only way I've figured out to do it for now. And it does work beautifully, so that's what I'm going to be using. Now, let's come back here. I want some cobblestone panel. We can start filling this out because this is where we're going to be placing our new contraption, our new contraption, the QES contraption. So, oh, nope, that's not what I want to do. So I'm just going to set that up. Oh my God, clicking is so hard. Do I not have a wand? I think it's time to grab some more cobblestone and also grab a wand. So just give me a moment. I'm going to need more of these with the chisel anyway, and I'm pretty sure I do have a wand somewhere. You know what? Let's make a wand because I don't want to waste too much time on any of this setup stuff. So like this is going to give me one wand. Then I'm going to grab my chisel and go cobblestone panel. Oh, of course I broke the chisel, but that's not a problem. We have another one right here. And cobblestone panel, perfect. Now let's get rid of this and let's go complete our setup quickly. And right here, yes, I've noticed there's a bug right here where things are falling off. I'm gonna have to fix that, but I'll do it in a time lapse. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't want to cover this because when it's going to come back up, we're going to need it. Whew, great. Okay, so those two things are done. Now, what's the next part? For the next part, you know what? I really want to free up this space. So we're going to let that continue, and we're going to go and start making some Invar. So the Invar process is super weird. First, we're going to need some crushed iron that I'm going to grab right here and crush. You know what? I'm not going to crush more than 32 for now. And then we're going to need some nickel. 8 nickel, perfect. So 8, 16, 32. So we need 32 iron dust. And let's go back here, get rid of this. Okay, so Invar, we're gonna work it backward. How do you get Invar? You get Invar by stumping a unprocessed Invar ingot 16 times. Yeah, 16 times. And how do you get an unprocessed Invar ingot? By bulk blasting a nickel compound. And a nickel compound is made like this. So let's go. We're going to make this into nickel compounds, which I'm going to place right here to cook. So 8 is not enough. I'm going to need way more than this, but I basically want to show the process right now. So we're going to come right here. Do I have any drawers on me? Yeah. Let's just put that down 1 second so we can do this. And then, grab these, put them in here, perfect. Then we're going to need some andesite funnels. So it puts one down, and this will just start processing it. And then, how do I extract? Oh, see, that's the problem. You can't have 2 funnel on the same thing. Do I have a brass funnel? Brass funnel right here. So I'm just curious, if I put a brass funnel right here, grab this, and then put this in the filter, and then do this. So this should technically remove it only once it's done. And now if I do, no, that's not, oh, yes. I know what to do. Haha. Will I be able to though? Yeah, so let's go downstairs. Right, like so. Yeah, that's a really janky setup, but as long as it works, I'm going to be happy. So let's grab this, break this quickly, and then we're going to need another andesite funnel and put it like so. And then, oh, that was my test of patience. Doesn't matter. I've broken my test of patience and I've seen no way to reset it and restart it. So I'm kind of annoyed at that, but it's not the end of the world. So this is a semi-automated process. You know how I love that word. I use it for every single sauce and reason. So that's... What's the status on getting some more? Do I have some more nickel? Yes, I have 12 nickel. Okay, so let's just prepare some more. And we're just going to process all of it. Like, I'm just going to grab all of this iron dust and make all of this nickel so that when we come back, we have a lot of Invar. So I know that I'm going to need to set up a permanent line for Invar, but for the time being, that's going to have to do the trick, just to get me a little bit of Invar to get started. So let's come back here, put that right there. We're going to wait for this to cook, and then we're going to go to our main event. And of course, this will have to be a line where basically I'm going to have to auto-craft the Invar and then send it to cooking to become the unprocessed Invar, and then push to a depot to get crushed like this to then become real Invar. So that's enough so that you understand how I'm getting the process done. Just like the brass that I keep saying I need to make more, but that I never do. I'm going to have to also do that in a time lapse, but that's how we're going to get our Invar for now. So let's come back here and see how is this going. I think it's at the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're going to check it for like a minute, no, 30 seconds. So if it doesn't move back down, it means it has nothing else to do, because basically if, oh, see, there was another level. The deeper you go, you can fall on obsidian, and that's something you have to be careful with, because obsidian takes forever to break. So that should be finished when we come back. So let's go and craft what we're going to need for our QES explosion system. So let's look at this. We're going to need 2 brass funnel, 1 hopper, 3 red alloy wires, 1 redstone torch, 1 dispenser, 1 obsidian, 1 arcane barrel, and 1 vacuumulator. And by the way, this is not going to be fully automated. So I'm going to need a nebulous heart, unfortunately, to grab 3 ender pearl. And I'm going to throw 2 in here. And then we're going to need... Where did I put... So what's the recipe for a vacuumulator? I always forget. Vacuumulate... Oh, no! So the recording will have been wonky for a moment. So I need some zinc machine, because I pressed F11 by mistake and changed the resolution. So that's a zinc casing, not a zinc machine. So for now, let's just go upstairs and grab 8 of these infernal. And I never checked back on the cart, so I don't know where it's at or if it's even continuing. But considering that I have 0 lava left, I'm going to have to go and check on that cart. Go. And no, why? I'm going to also have to figure out how to get this working properly. I feel like there has to be a proper placement side. Oh, it was probably already full of lava. So let's go back home. And yeah, it was already full of lava. Let's grab 8 of those. And that should be our vacuumulator. And by the way, the farm working wonderfully. Look at this. Right now, the trade station is not processing things fast enough, and I have 11 stack of silver coin. So yeah, the farm, I'm happy I started it. Whenever I need some stuff from now on, I'll just be able to buy whatever I need. Okay, so let's go right here. So zinc casing with these infernal thingy around gives me a zinc machine. So this and this is giving me a vacuumulator. Perfect. Now we need brass funnels. Oh, wrong button. So brass funnel, I'm going to need 2. So let's just go through the list properly. 2 brass funnel, then a hopper. So I'm going to need some more silver soon. Not silver, iron soon. So that's a hopper. Then I'm going to need 3 redstone alloy wire. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to need a redstone torch. Redstone torch. Right here. I didn't write it, but I'm also going to need a button. I don't think that the button actually needs to be part of a list. I'm going to need a dispenser, an arcane barrel, and a vacuumulator. So do I have any barrel here? Nope. Let's just do it like this. And okay, so the reason for the arcane barrel is simple. If I explode 64 ender dust and 64 ender dust and 64 singularities, an arcane barrel is just barely big enough to be able to get filled with all of it. So let's just do this and this, arcane barrel. Perfect. So now we have the arcane barrel. We do need the obsidian, which should be right... Nope, none of those. Right here. So one obsidian. Then we need a arcane barrel and the vacuumulator. So we basically have everything. Okay, so let's go back here and let's check to make sure that it's done. See, it's under the lava. I'm pretty sure it's done. So now we're going to bring it back up. Great. And once it's back up, we can just do the same trick and move it again. So to move it, I'm going to need to put it right here is the next place. So let's just make some space right here. Perfect. So that's going to be just enough space to move this. Oh, the speed. Yeah, I'm really happy I made the speed faster because it makes this really more realistic to move. By the way, when I'm doing this, I feel like I should probably turn on my coin of fortune to make sure that I don't do any mistake. So we're going to wait for this to come too high. 1 and 2. Perfect. And then of course we need to remove this whole setup. And then grab this with my silk touch. And then let's just remove this. So now, same thing as before. We need our glue. We need our card assembler. We need one rail. We need one lever. Oh, we already have plenty of lever, but let's grab one. And we're going to need some linear chassis. Okay, so this is right here, like this. Card assembler, lever, glue. And then this, and then glue, and then this, and then... Nope, sorry. I'm still missing the cart. Cart. Let's put the cart. Then let's grab the whole contraption. Haha, this is so amazing. And then we're going to go back here to minecart assembler. Same thing in the cart. And then we can just go. Voila. Oh my God, this is a lifesaver. So one of the reason I wasn't really looking into that was that there are ways of doing this. I've seen multiple videos of people doing this, but where they move it like with a piston or something, and it's like so janky, and they have to move everything every single time. So I didn't really like it. So let's just see what's the status. And we got some lava stone, dark sapphire. Ooh, 2 stellarite pieces. If you remember, stellarite are required for this. We still don't have any petrified orb, but we have the 2 stellarite. Oh, So 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? I'm going to add a couple of barrels because right now I feel that I might just run out. Let's come back here. And did I ever make a recipe for a barrel? Nope. So let's just do one. So we're going to grab all of this and a stack of this, and we're going to, well, I probably had a recipe for a barrel until I exploded it or destroyed it or broke it. Great. So now let's get rid of this, and we're going to go and add a couple of barrel on my contraption. I'm going to have to empty this, but that's something that I can totally, completely, and absolutely empty while I'm in a time lapse. Yeah, so that should be, you know what? No, they're full. I was going to break some to move them, but if you break a full barrel, everything falls on the ground. So that would have been a really dumb mistake. So let's put that right here. And then we're going to need to put the pulley. So it's going to be pulley, gear shift, vertical, and lever. So great. And then gear shift. And then vertical gearbox. Lever. Then encase fan. Ouch, ouch. With their lever. And then we just need to redo the same little setup with the gears. So I really need to look into like an automation way for this, because that's not a it's not a good long-term solution. Oh, and that's done. And turn it back on. And bye-bye, auto miner. And go and start making me stuff. Let's go and mine everything. Great, perfect. So now that this is done, we need to actually complete setting up this platform, and we'll be able to make our QES exploding setup, which is going to be a non-fully automated setup. But the reason it's not going to be fully automated for the time being is that I have to figure out how much I have in inventory. So we're going to make the setup right here. And the way I see it is I'm going to put 3 of these, and then this to be able to build. Oh, I'm going to need some drawer. So I haven't plugged the what's it called? I haven't plugged all of these. So just to be able to progress faster, connecting these things to bring the resource are really not, it's really not a good use of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some drawers that I'm going to pre-fill, knowing that I'm going to set up the lines later. So how I need... I hate the right click. I really wish it was a more complicated way of breaking these. Okay, so let's just go and make some trims. Like this. Perfect. And these trims, you know what? I'm all going to make them into drawers. And I'm going to need 3 drawers. 1 drawer for... is it night? Yeah. So I'm going to need 1 drawer for the singularity, 1 drawer for the gunpowder and the ender dust, and 1 for the TNT. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to turn off my coin before I approach my special machine. The scary one that would break if I did that. So then I'm just going to... Let's just... Nope. Okay. Wow. Okay. I already have 32 stacks and... Okay. That's just 1 second. That's what I've been wanting to do. So let me take a teeny tiny little break. We're going to come back here and we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stack. Then we're going to come right here to the market and we're going to submit. So now we've got 5 gold. What do you mean 4 gold? I'm pretty sure I did it 5 times, but okay. Okay, so 5 gold. And now I need a normal screwdriver. It's going to give me an indestructible one. You know what? Oh, that's a diamond saw though. How do you make a diamond saw? Simple. I'll do that later. So let's just go and make 1 screwdriver. I do hope that I have some iron somewhere though. Yes, perfect. So we're going to make, I'm going to need some blue dye. This is light blue. So blue dye, simple. Grab 1 of this that I need to go crush. Oh, and by the way, haha, 20 platinum, 20 Invar. Not a lot, but like I've already shown you how easy it's going to be to automate. We'll just do that later. So let's come right here and go screwdriver. And then we can go right here and say, here's 5 gold coin and 1 screwdriver, and give me an infinite screwdriver, which means we will never stop making these precision. Well, we will never stop until such, well, it will never break, which means, oh, look at this. It's restarted and going well. And if I come here and I look at this, oh, there's only 2 saw left. So you know what? I'm going to do the saw now also, because why not spend as much time as possible doing stuff? So let's come back right here and go 1 gold, 2 gold, 3 gold, 4 gold, 5 gold. Submit. Then we need the diamond saw. Oh, I love this. This is really a nice, cool thing that we can finally take care of. And then we're going to need 3 of those, but I already have 1. So this, and this gives us a diamond saw. And then we can just submit the diamond saw and get an enchanted saw, and those can only be done once. Okay, so if I wanted to make a bigger setup, I wouldn't be able to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back here and I'm just going to put the saw right here. So it's going to use the last 2 stone saw, and then once the last 2 stones are done, it's going to use the enchanted saw. Let me just check the rest of the setup. These are still going on strong right here. This is still processing like crazy. Right here, this is at 14 stacks. So everything else, the whole rest of the setup is working beautifully. Now back to what we were actually doing, because yeah, I'm doing 60,000 thing at a time, but that's a bit better than the slow other episode where almost nothing got done. I guess I needed a lazy episode, especially after the week I've had working on the yard and preparing everything. It's for people who don't have a yard or don't maintain a grass, which is honestly the stupidest thing ever. But you're gonna, where I live in Canada, if you don't take care of your yard, your neighbors are gonna think you're losers that are not participating in community. So I need to make my yard nice. So I had to overseed it and clean it, and hours of pleasure not. Okay, what was I doing? Yes, so now I have 1 drawer full of, what are they called? 1 drawer full of ender pearl. Perfect, so I'm going to set that, ender dust, sorry. Then I'm going to need to do the same thing with these 2 things, so. Let's just quickly transfer this. Perfect. This, we don't need to fill it completely. There's no way we're going to use all of this. Okay, so then this one right here is going to go right over here. Okay, So this is going to be the trick. We're going to come right here and we're going to set 2 brass funnel like this and like this. We want to set them to drop, okay? But we don't want them to drop right now, so I'm not going to switch their order. Then what I'm going to do is, oh, that's going to be ugly. Well, it is what it is. So I'm going to put some redstone like this, and right here we're going to put a redstone torch. So this is giving a redstone signal, okay? So now if I wrench these, they're not dropping anything. Wait, why aren't they dropping anything? Because they get a redstone signal. Then we're going to destroy this block right here, and we're, oh, I know what I forgot to make. I forgot to make the dispenser. We're going to put an obsidian for now, but there is a trick in Minecraft that if you push a TNT into a an obsidian, it doesn't explode. Well, it doesn't destroy the terrain around it. So we're going to try that, and we might cry a lot. If it doesn't work in this mod pack, we're definitely going to cry a lot. But I do believe it's a standard mechanic, so that we should be good. So dispenser like this. And now we're going to need to set the dispenser looking down. Let me just make sure. So if I right click like this, yeah, it makes it look down. So I'm just going to, nope. Do this and put this looking down. And then, ooh, I kind of forgot I need to extend this. Great. And then do this. And right here, I'm going to put a hopper. And on top of the hopper... No, wait. I'm not ready yet. So, there's one trick with all of this. Perfect. So now I need one more redstone wire. I thought I wrote 3, but I guess I needed 4, which is not a problem because I have one more. Okay, so the way the dispenser works is that it needs to receive a signal to dispense a TNT. Okay, so, oh, it dispensed 1, but there was none, which means no problem. Now we're going to put that back, and now this is going to start filling with TNT. Now, if we put a button right here, this is sending a signal. Once I press the button, this is going to disable the signal. Since it disabled the signal, this is going to turn dark. Because it turns dark, these two are going to turn dark. Because they're going to turn dark, they're going to drop. And technically, because there's no space, it will only drop 1 stack. So 32, 32, it's going to drop 1 stack of each. And then it's going to, this is going to toggle back on, and they're going to get blocked. And once the signal comes back on, this is going to drop a TNT in the obsidian block, and then it's going to explode. And when it explodes, it's going to just transform it into singularities, which means we technically need the next level of stuff, which is this and the vacuumulator. Oh, wait. So the vacuumulator, and let's put this, and we're going to, I didn't think of doing it this way, but I think I'm going to put a, yeah, I prefer putting a pipe, and I still have a brass pipe model, so I'm going to do a low retrieval something. So let's just come back over here, do this, and low extraction module. Perfect. Wait. Oh, can't, nope. So I think it's the right thing. Let's just come right here and try that. Oh, I know what I'm missing on my list. Well, you're going to have seen it because I'm going to have read it, but on my list, I need to make an augment for the vacuumulator. So at thermal, what's the augment again that I need? Item filter. So I need a lapis gear and a filter. So let's go back because I only want to pick up the QES. I don't want to grab what's going to drop, or else it's going to screw the whole recipe. So this and this is going to give me a filter like so. And then I need a lapis gear, which I don't remember how to make. Oh, 4 lapis and an iron. That's super simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 iron nugget, and voila. Great. So now I'm going to go put that on, and I need to put it before because I need to make sure the vacuumulator grabs nothing other than what I want it to grab. So let's install this, and let's come right here and say allow list. And voila, we're ready. So you guys are ready to cry with me if I screwed this up and the obsidian doesn't work, but let's go. So 3, 2, 1, click. Drop a stack of each, put a TNT in there, and wabam! Nothing got destroyed. And then I can grab these and say vacuumulator. Oh, vacuumulator allowed to grab these. And then I'm going to throw all of those in here, and you're going to see, yeah. Now, is this working? Hello. Why is it? Oh, is this turned off? No, it's ignored. Is there an on-off for this? Oh, no. Okay, so it's full, but it's not grabbing stuff. Do I need to tell it to grab this? You know what? Just one second. I think this needs to go on this side. Yes, okay. So this is going to work really slowly, and I'm going to need to make this faster, I guess, at some point. Is it working or is it not working? It is not working. You know what? I just don't want them to despawn because these cost a lot. So let's just do this. And why are these not working? Hold shift. Pulls item from adjacent inventories, filters, and pull rate vary by tier. You know what? I think I made the wrong one. I'm going to make the other one because I think that the vacuumulator does not count as an inventory. So because it doesn't count as an inventory, as you read, this pulls from an inventory. So I need a low retrieval module. Let me just try this way. Maybe that's going to work. Hopefully it's going to work, because if it doesn't, then I don't understand these pipe anymore. So pulls item from other inventory in the network. Okay, I don't understand why it's not working. This is kind of ridiculous. Picks up things, yeah, and why is this coming back? I am so confused. How is this acting? Pulls items from... You know what? Let's just grab one. Let's try and do it this way. Grab, retrieve these. I don't know why you're not working. This is super annoying. Shit. That's not what I wanted to do. So if I go over here and put it this way, and I can't put anything in it. And of course, we've just proven that if I drop it like that, oh no, okay. So they do get grabbed by the vacuumulator. Whatever. Okay, I'm so done with this. I'm going to take my time lapse to try and figure out what's going on here. But this is the most bizarre thing ever. This should totally be retrieving. I don't know why it's not working. I have no clue why it's not working. I'm going to have to go and figure it out later. This is completely finished going down to the bottom floor, so I can bring it back up. And then I'm going to be able to move it there. But we have our QES, so what I can do, so technically here's what I need to do. I need an inventory, I need to read inventory. So I need to figure out the inventory, something like, if I come right here, inventory, nope, manage at create. What are they called? Content observer or stockpile switch. So these are the two things I need to check. I need to have something that checks if this is empty. So I need an AND switch. I need to say if this is empty and this contains at least 64 and this contains at least 64, then send the pulse so that it drops stuff and it's going to fill that up, and until this is emptied, it's not going to trigger again. So that's something, that's the next part that I need to figure out. But what I figured is that right now, look at this. I think it's 100. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 7 times 9 is 6. Wow. My brain is completely fried. 7 times 9 is 63. Ooh, I'm missing some then. Oh no, okay, 64. So it made 128 of these quantum entangled singular. Oh no. Oh, please, please, please. Shish. Okay. So the reason I'm unhappy is that I completely forgot, and now it grabbed all of this because those are all configured to 8, and I forgot to deconfigure them to not grab those things. Like I would have needed to just scroll each of them and see like this. I needed to do this to say just 1. But I didn't do that, and I didn't do that on all of them, which means now whenever I bring it too high, it just grabs and pulls stuff down. So let's just quickly check. Oh, we got a chorus fruit. Okay, so if we got a chorus fruit, it means that there was a randomium ore. That's the only way you can get those things. Then we got some arcane crystal. What else did we get? We got nothing, nothing. Oh, this was very, very, very lame. We haven't found a single gold, and the only thing we found to date is 8 lead. But, let's be fair, this has been free mining that happened while I was doing other stuff. So this is totally worth it. So now, I'm going to go in my time lapse, and in my time lapse, I'm going to move this right here, and I'm going to start mining the next. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue opening the factory room floor down this way, and I'm just going to move that. So I'm going to go here and then there and then here and then there and just go down that way, and I'm just going to completely mine the whole underground to get as many resources possible. So the other thing I could do is I could make another contraption like this and have the other contraption, but on the side. So technically I could make it so that it goes from level 1 to 30 across. That probably would get me more of the good resources like gold and lead and whatnot. But the problem is the rope pulley goes down 130 something block, whereas the other type of pulley, they don't go that deep. So it's not super good. Like the other mechanism is a piston something, I believe. Where is it? The option to move in the other direction is just trying to find it. No. Gantry carriage. Oh. Maybe I so need to investigate stuff. That could be cool. What's a gantry shaft? No. I'm just checking stuff right now, but I'm going to investigate this a little bit more so that we can maybe do something a bit better next step. But here, that was the idea. Like already the fact that we could just move this quickly and set it up so that it processes another place is wonderful. And I'm really happy with it. So today we did a QES contraption. So I'm going to check it off, even though it's not fully automated. I'm going to check it off because whenever I run out, I can just come and click the button and continue. So in the next episode, I'm going to make a contraption for production of chromatic materials. A color pigment is needed. It is up to you which color dye should be automated for this purpose. The only exception is white dye. I'm going to use the red one because that's the one it's showing here, and the double height rows are nice. So we're going to need to have a contraption that continuously feed bone meal to flour so that we're going to need another vacuumulator to grab the rows, and then we're going to say painting space itself, chromatic singularity. Mixing the entangled singularity with a dye of choice creates the very essence of color, just what we need for producing a perfected chromatic compound. So basically, any quantum entangled singularity with any orange dye, any dye except white, put into a compactor with a basin makes chromatic singularity. And when you crush a chromatic singularity, you get 90% chance of getting a red paintball, 80% chance. And I do believe that it's not one of those. There's 90% chance you'll get a red one, and there's 80% chance. So you could, if you're super lucky, you could get one of each. Then we're going to need to process these. That's where the chromatic nightmare begins. They all have a different processing recipe. So the red, once you get red, you can't do anything with red. You need to put it on a drain to get yellow, but you can't do anything with yellow. So you need to put it on a drain to get green, and to get blue, and to get magenta. And don't do it with magenta, or else you scrap it, because there's nothing to do with a black paintball. But then once you get 4 magenta, you can craft a chromatic compound. So we're getting into some really weird and interesting stuff. Then we're going to be able to do this whole line. So I think 2 or 3 episodes, and we should be able to automate the finish the chapter 3, and then discover what the chapter 3A special is going to be. So that's a lot of stuff done. Unfortunately, there's still more stuff to do. So I'm going to have to get into it. I'm going to go into my time lapse. Like I said, I'm going to move the miner every time it's finished. I'm going to move it to the next location, and I'm going to go around the base and see how these are coming here. Now I just need to automate them going in here. So I need to grab these, bring them up across and into that drawer. I need the TNT to go into that drawer, and I need the ender dust to come into that drawer. At the same time, I also need to have the gunpowder dust come down here into that drawer. So those are all things that I'm just going, it's belt spaghetti. I'm just going to be doing that belt spaghetti in the time lapse. And I'm also going to bring the bone meal, because the next step, so this is a contraption making the QED. I'm going to right here make the contraption for the rows in the next episode. And the chromatic setup is just going to be coming down this way. Whew, a lot of work ahead of us, but we're going to get through it, just unfortunately at the rate of 3 or 4 episodes per week. But I'm really having a lot of fun. And I've started looking into the next mod pack, and I might start another mod pack that does use Create, because I'm starting to feel more and more comfortable with Create, so I'm not as scared of this mod as possible. I'm thinking I want a lighter mod, so I'm thinking Astropolis. And once we're done with this Create mod, I think I'm going to be fully comfortable attacking Stone Block 3. So those are my future plan. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.
money. my baby, dancing with the lights. Together we could chase the sun tonight. Let me take you for a ride. Ooh, tonight. Let me take you for a ride. Alright. Let me take you for a ride. Ooh, tonight. Oh, tonight. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
Shakedown.